What has been the biggest difference for you as a leader running a $100 million company than when you were starting out and you just had maybe a few people helping you with snow or just yourself? What have you learned about leadership now that you're at a much higher level with a much larger team, multiple businesses, and a lot of people relying on you?
Yeah, I mean, I wish there was first and foremost, I wish there was a theme that would, you upload it to Shopify and it saves everybody a lot of time. The thing what I found is, I'm a partner in a community called Powerhouse. And so I get the chance to work with entrepreneurs making between 100 to 100 million plus a year. And I get to work on a diverse set of problems with our community, with our family members there. As a part of that, we have a mastermind component and all that. So that is exciting because I get to work in 100 different problem sets. It's all e-commerce. It's e-commerce focused. It's an e-commerce focused mastermind. But me and my team and everybody involved, we get to see the different levels of complexity for the same problem. And so what we'll see a problem from day one where they have a problem with the label printers. And you see that problem extrapolate at $100 million. And it's the same problem. It just manifests itself in a different way, which might require a different solution, a different type of person to deal with that solution. So it's kind of the same problems magnified as you scale. They're always there, I found. I think from a leadership perspective, I'm a bit more of a macro manager. And so kind of what you would expect from, someone who's 75% visionary, 25%, integrator, someone who's, so for me, from a leadership perspective, that means that I need to hire great people. I need to empower them. I need to give them the authority that they need to do their job at the highest ability. And Snow has become a place that, because there aren't many of us brands that are doing this and displaying and all of that. Like Snow's not the only one. I'm not the only one, but there aren't a ton. So there is that attraction of extraordinary people who want to join a team like ours. So I will say that leadership has developed from day one of I'm doing the media buying, I'm building the website, I'm printing out the labels, or a small team is doing it kind of surrounding me. Who is the person who knows how to think about these things and why we're thinking about them, understands why we're thinking about them, understands how to think about these things. And so I would say from a leadership perspective, learning to ask better questions, I think number one, learning to listen, not having to be, the wonder boy in the room with all the answers and having to come in with a plan all the time, to really say, you want to hire people that make you feel uncomfortable. You want teammates and partners who make you feel uncomfortable in their area of expertise. So if you hired LeBron, you're partnered with LeBron James and you start giving him tips on basketball, you're going to shut up pretty quickly. And so you want to hire the LeBron James, the Michael Jordan, whatever you name it, you want to hire that of whatever you can afford at the time in your business for each of those positions. And what I did is I wrote down, one of my biggest problems is asking for help. So I have a really hard time asking for help. So I've been spending time reading books, talking to people, understanding more about how I am able to ask for help in those areas. A big part of that is having the right people around you to ask help for in those areas and having the trust and all that. So I spent a lot of time going from call it 1 million to 100 million. The difference is you have to have all the answers. You know everything that's going on in the business. You're supposed to know more about every piece of the business than any one person. You know how to fix the label printer. You know how to fix the Facebook pixel. You know how to do those things. Over here, you just don't have the time, even if you want to, because sometimes I want to do those things. Even if you want to.
So it could be fun. They're fun.
They're fun. It's fun to check things off blocks. But as a CEO today, I have to think about the solving of problems that nobody else could maybe think about. Maybe they don't have the time. Maybe it's not something in their wheelhouse. Maybe they don't have the experience, or it's something confidential or whatever. So I find that this level of leadership can also be lonely if you don't have the right people around you that you can lean on and talk to and be open with. And the way I've learned how to ask for help as a leader is that asking questions, being really transparent with what's going on, because you surround yourself with great people who are self-starters, they're in on it, they're your teammates. So if you go, hey guys, I'm having this problem, instead of asking for help, just kind of laying it out there, they're going to pick and prod and be like, well, I can help with that. Let me call this guy. Well, I can take this piece. And so I've learned delegation by first being transparent, sharing when I'm concerned about something, or I'm worried about something, or I'm happy about something. So I learned to share the best of that weekly with my executive team so that we can learn about that, and then to stay in touch enough where I can still jump in and pick and pack a label or a package. I can print a label. I'm still smooth enough in those areas. But I think over here at $100 million, you're looking at those areas as departments, and you're looking at who's the captain, the best captain for that department. And sometimes that department's not even built out yet. That captain's going to help you build that department. Where over here, you need someone tomorrow morning to pack packages because you need to get these orders out tomorrow. Over here, you're thinking about quarter by quarter forecasting, inventory forecasting, retail forecasting. You're relying on your direct reports and those KPIs floating up to you so that you can make those decisions that are timely. And then if there's a big problem in the business that happens out of nowhere, you have the mental agility to jump on that if you need to. But I would say my team, hiring the right people, looking for the best people that you can get for the place you're at in your business, and putting down what are you spending time on every day and what should you be delegating to someone who's probably better than you in those areas. And I would say the first maybe 10 to 15 hires are really things that I was doing in the business. So if I was still graphic designing, we'd have a graphic designer. That's one piece off my plate. And then over here, media buying, that's one piece off my plate. Compliance and regulations and legal, that's one thing off my plate. Product development, that's one thing off my plate. And so then I can really operate in that mass zone of genius where I can really add value to my A players all around the organization versus being solely responsible for everything. I'm a bad bottleneck. I know these things about myself.
Oh, yeah.
So you gotta have like a deep conversation with yourself as you're scaling and be like, where are things falling apart? Where are things held up by Band-Aids? What are things that I need to hire for? And how do I find someone that makes me feel uncomfortable because they're so good? You know, if LeBron James joined your basketball team this afternoon, he's coming for practice tonight for the first time. You are in that gym waxing the floor. You're telling.
Are you getting ready?
You're getting ready. You're having cheerleaders come in. You're like, oh, LeBron would like this. You're really setting the floor for this high performer to come in and be like, okay, I dig what you got going on. You don't have everything here, but I like where you're going. You know what? I can do something with this.
We can work with it.
We can work with it. And that's the feeling you want to have. Not, it doesn't have to be every team member you bring it on, but if you're bringing on people that are really close to you in terms of taking something very vital off your plate, you want to make sure that one, you feel good about them. I'm a macro manager. I lead with high expectations, low pressure. And so for me, I realized that if I hire people to take advantage of that, then I'm not there to micromanage. I'm not there to middle manage. I've got to do what I've got to do. I've got a job to do here as well. So finding out that has led me to more of those operational type hires. So you got to kind of understand your own secret sauce. But from 1 million to 100 million, it becomes you move into the people business. This is the job and the snow business. This is the snow and the people and the customers business.